mean, when we started looking at revamping in terms of the diploma, actually we are doing revamping. We are not revising the curriculum. This is one terminology which very few people really understand. So we are not revising the curriculum. We've actually revamped the whole curriculum. The revamp means even the structure of the program has been changed. So we are not going by AICT model. So it is a model that is very unique, and Karnataka will be the first state to implement this as well. And the way we've looked at it is to say, how do I change a 10th standard student who comes all the way from mugging all the while that they're doing? And how do we translate them to start getting into learning mode? And that's where we started looking at saying, what are the subjects that we want to make sure that these students get into the learning mode? So we changed communication skills. We introduced people to understand project skills to, the funny thing is, if you pick up any engineering curriculum across the state, why across the state, across India, forget civil engineering, right? In even computer science engineering, you don't have project management as a subject. Fundamentals of what is required in these areas are just not there in the curriculum at all. So then we started saying, what is it that these students really should understand today in terms of the foundation for being engineers, right? If I'm aspiring to be an engineer, what are the critical aspects that I should really have? One, I should be able to communicate. Two, I should be able to leverage technology. Three, I should understand what a project is. Four, I should understand the basic math that is required. Five, I should understand statistics and data, right? Six, I need to understand electrical and electronics. And then foundations of whatever subject that I'm really going to be studying to understand what these means. So we wanted to make sure that they first understand what does it take for them to become an engineer. And that's what we've invited them in the year one in terms of the program that we've taught them, right? So they're not studying subjects and papers, but they're actually studying concepts. So we moved away from chapters to concepts. And in second year, they study 8 concepts. We've taken off the whole nonsense of electives. So there's no question of me going and saying I have a choice. There's no choice here. 8 subjects are core. If you're doing civil engineering, these 8 subjects, you bloody well study them because they are a foundation to you being a civil engineer. So year one, to become an engineer, what you require. Year two, the foundation for or the core of being an engineer. And year three is where you actually study one subject in depth. So year two gives you a horizontal approach to your discipline, and year three gives you a vertical depth into that particular subject that you're doing. So, and then that will be followed by an actual experience that you will take in the 6th semester and also provide them to come back. Let us say this time I went and did structural engineering and I figured out in my internship that, God, this is not an area I want to be in. Sadly, in today's education system, if that happens, your career is screwed because then you'll have to go find somebody else who's going to train you and then go out. But here, at the end of year three, you find that, boss, I made the wrong choice of studying structural engineering. I actually love green and I can come back in my final year and change my specialization that I want and study another parallel subject. So it also enables me lifelong learning to come back to my own alumnus and study and take this forward. So what we are doing is we are creating a lifelong partnership between the institution and the student going forward. And where we see value is that ecosystem that we're going to create out of all these students that are going to go out. And that is what is critical for us when we say, come back, we'll teach you again. Come back, we'll teach you again. We'll help you swap lines. We'll help you, choose career of your choice of what you want to do. But we'll make sure that you understand what is important, not just to the discipline, to the country, state, as well as to your community.